were avoidant of me and avoided...
I've avoided everybody this
Everybody
whole
in the
week.
house, I understand that. And then, but for you to say things like, no one comes and visits me in my HOH room, it's because we're giving you your time.
And that's fine.
But it was the way that I had said, I don't want you to hold it against me that Nick's gone because I know that it hurts you. See you in the kitchen?
He's doing the sleepy thing again. He's going to the bathroom. Just keep your voices down because you can hear in there.
Mm-hmm. It was the way in which you treated me. I felt like you were holding it specifically against me. And I'll be honest, when my key was pulled first, I took major personal offense to that.
How is that offensive?
Why though?
Well, Eric's key was number 2.
So?
Eric's key was number 2, and Eric's key being number 2 and my key being number 1. I thought it was honestly a slap in the face. Like, and you said thanks for not putting me up.
Or Eric thought?
Hang on, no, this is all my thought.
Okay.
So please,
All
I can
right.
think for myself.
All right.
I'm just.
There's that tone again that I tell you about.
I'm being honest with you. Now, when you put my key in first and you said thank you for not nominating me, you had said time and time again that it was the hardest week for you last week. Last week was so hard. I'm so sad that Nick is gone. And for you to say thank you for not nominating me, I took it as a slap in the face that no, you got my best friend out.
Well, why didn't you talk to me about that?
Because the way that you're excuse me.
No, I'm up there thinking, Dustin, it is hard thinking. I'm trying to decide whose key to put in. I said, okay, the easiest one to put first because I don't want to put things. Everyone reads so much into that, and the only thing I'm thinking, who can I put first? Dustin, because he was HOH last week. He didn't nominate me. I'll use that. You know, thanks for not nominating me. Big deal. Going through it, I'm like, I'm going to put Zach last.
Why did you put Eric second then?
Because I wanted him to feel safe. Because he complained so much about being second to last when you were HOH. Should I be reading into this? Should I be scared? Is he trying to say something to me? I wanted him to feel as safe as possible. I wanted to put Zach last because I wanted everyone to think that he was actually the next one. I'm thinking, who should I put after that? I was going to put Jamaica. I'm like, I don't want to put Jamaica before Zach because she'll be paranoid. She'll think this, that. I was like, Jessica will be the only person who doesn't take offense to it. There's nothing there for me to make you worry. I don't want you to worry. Right in the middle, that's fine. Everyone reads so much into that. And the only thing that went through my head, who am I going to put first? I don't want people to think I have big alliances with anybody. I don't, so I don't want anyone. You were HOH, you didn't put me up, and that's what I wanted to use.
Okay.
So you could have just approached me with that.
I understand, but and also I understand that I could have approached you. It was your character of being over the past week has been sullen. And, you know, I don't know how to approach anybody when they're sullen because everybody has a different, you know, either I'll come to you if I have a problem or I need people to come to me if they have a problem. And so my approach to that is I'll let people be and let them come to me when they want to because I always say you can come to me. Like I said all week last week, Nick's going home and I want you to know that I'll be here for you for as long as you want. And I open up that opportunity for you to come to me because I don't know how people deal in situations. And so the way that you were devoidant of not only just me, but the entire house, and the way that you didn't approach me after that situation, my key was first and you said, thank you for not nominating me. I immediately read into it as an opposite effect and the way that Dick, you had been, excuse me, I'm just saying, and the way that you had been prophesizing every single person in the house.
That's not true. Don't exaggerate. That's not true. Who did I say?
You said Amber, Jamaica, Eric, and you did not mention anything about Jessica.
Okay, that's 3 people.
Okay,
all right.
But those are the 3 people who are very close to me. It was the way that had gone down, and the way that your 2 relationship coincides. I immediately read into it, and I apologize. And so from that point forward, I thought that there was a personal vendetta against me.
But what I said too was, because I know he's in the bathroom. What I said too was Jamaica was, I'm sorry, and I'm not being a dick, but Jamaica's sitting at the door folding clothes, and I've never seen Jamaica fold clothes, period. End of story. When we were sitting out here, she's like right at the door.
We were folding clothes together that day, and it wasn't anything.
I didn't know. And at that
but
point,
just like
it's just
he
like,
read
what's
into
going
things,
on?
it's just different things that
Okay.
people see that they read into.
And me coming to you about Amber, and I told you that it was really, really hard for me because you guys are really, really close, and I needed to talk to you.
Right.
It was nothing more than that. Don't read more than, I am what I'm showing you, dude. All right? I mean, there's no hidden manipulation. There's no bullshit added to it. It is what it is, and I needed to talk to you about it, and that was like, talking to you about Amber, I mean, seriously, you guys
About
are tight
what?
as hell. What was it about? I honestly can't even remember.
just things, and I don't even want to go into it anymore. It doesn't matter. It's beside the point.
Well, and why wouldn't you come and talk to me?
I don't even remember what it was about.
Because he thought that you were in the middle of it. Because he thought that you were an untrustworthy person, and that, you know, that he honestly, your name came up in the fact that, can I say it? Do you mind?
I don't remember, but go ahead.
And that you were trying to get Nick out as well.
But that's what we already discussed, all that stuff with you, when it wasn't blaming, it was
things
just
didn't
confusion.
fit. Things didn't fit. It didn't fit right. And then you came to me after I talked to her, and you said, what did you talk to her about? And I told you what I talked to her about. And you said you softened your view, or you softened whatever. It was. I remember you used the word softened it. And I told you, I said, no, this is really the conclusion that I came to. Mm-hmm. And it truly was. And what I told you was all the honest truth. That's how I felt, was he used you. He used you as a mouthpiece, just like he used me. You know, what did I just tell you? What was the whole thing with, whenever Nick comes up, and I told Amber, we're sitting here, and I go, you know, I feel like we made an enormous mistake. And you said, you know, well, we can't look back. We need to look forward and move on.
Because
and
Eric
those are
kept saying
Eric's
that to me.
words.
Yeah.
Those are Eric's words. They weren't yours, because he's in your ear. And I knew you were upset about it, and I was upset about it.
So Danielle, I'm sorry that I treated you the way that I did this past week, and it's really those comments, because I was trying to give you as much space as possible for you to deal with the loss as much as you needed to deal with that, and understand that I was feeling personally victimized because of the way that I handled last week and the way that I didn't stand up for and think for myself and put Zach up like I had wanted to.
We're here now. We know what's going on. And I personally am fucking over this whole... I'm so embarrassed of being manipulated like that. I'm so pissed off after seeing that I was manipulated like that. And I'm be goddamned if it happens again. And when I was sitting here, and I'm so glad that we talked.
Oh my God, I almost went to bed, remember?
Yeah. And in the middle of this conversation is when I have this epiphany that he's doing it again. And he's doing it with you two and us two. Because he doesn't have the Jen Kale thing anymore.
And he just wants to sit in the middle and skate through like he has been.
He
since
doesn't
week
give a
one.
fuck who's warring at each other as long as someone is warring. And that leaves him safe. And no, and I've said it a million times, him and Jessica are the only ones that have felt safe in this game. Jessica didn't feel safe the first week, but after that, she hasn't really had a worry in the world. Eric has not had any worries, and Jen told us that he knew goddamn well he was not going up the second week. He knew he wasn't going up with me. He knew he wasn't going up with you. He knew he wasn't going up with her until all of this came out. Mm-hmm. He has had a breeze of a fucking time. Nobody should feel safe like that, and I'm not gonna... This needs to end.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't want you to go back on your word. I will vote him out. Okay?
For sure?
For sure.
You can't have any... I know you will.
But then...
The point I was making to Amber about the whole word was that when she gave Eric her word, he was lying to her, and he deceived her, and he was manipulating her, and she didn't know that he was saying all this shit about having this thing in her back pocket.
His word when?
When I swore my daughter out here when you guys were up in the meeting, I didn't know everything I know now.
It would have been different.
That he was holding all this stuff over her head and everything
It would have been
else.
different if he would have said, Amber, let me come clean, let me tell you all of this, and blah, 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 and was totally honest with her, and then she gave her word. Instead, he didn't. He said that we're lying.
Once again, using my heart against me, my daughter. And he even said to me the other day, he goes, hey, will you tell me if I'm going home? And I go, you're not going home. He goes, good answer. And I go, was that a trick question? And he goes, no. And he goes, I would hope so. I would hope you wouldn't lie and swear on your daughter and then vote me out.